Hi, welcome back to my story time with Nana. This is a whole new story of these United States of America. Where are we now? We're on the letter D. What is that? I can't wait. Let's begin. Delaware. Delaware was the first state to ratify the United States Constitution, making it the first of these United States of America. It is also known as the Diamond State because Thomas Jefferson supposedly referred to Delaware as a jewel of these United States. The first time our American flag flew in battle was at Cooch's Bridge in Newark, Delaware. The first spacesuits made for NASA were made in Frederica, Delaware. And doing things for the first time is pretty exciting, as Aiden finds out on his adventure. 9-year-old Aiden lives in Dagsboro, Delaware. His mommy just had a baby last week, a baby brother. His name is Finley. This was Aiden's first time being a big brother. It is a very exciting time for the family. Aiden, breakfast is ready, Daddy called out from the kitchen. Aiden grabbed his backpack, set it near the front door, and walked into the kitchen. Where's Mommy? She's in bed feeding Finn, Daddy told him. I thought it would be nice if we made Mommy some breakfast in bed. What do you think? I think Mommy would love that. What's for breakfast? All of her favorites. Scrambled eggs with cheese, hash browns, and bacon, Daddy answered. Pop her toast down. The eggs are almost done. Aiden pushed the lever down on the toaster and got a fork and napkin out for Mommy. Daddy had a breakfast tray sitting on the table. It had a small vase with a white rose already on it. Aiden set the napkin and fork on the tray. Once breakfast was ready, Daddy fixed Mommy's plate and set it on the tray with a glass of juice. Good morning, Mommy, Aiden said, carefully balancing the tray into the bedroom. Mommy was sitting up in bed holding Aiden's new baby brother. What is all this? She asked. Daddy made you breakfast, Aiden answered. It's all of your favorites. Whoa, thank you. I am starving, Mommy told them. She handed Finn off to Daddy and Aiden set the breakfast tray on Mommy's lap. Can I hold Finley? Aiden asked. Sure, have a seat in the rocker and Daddy will put him in your arms. Aiden held his baby brother and rocked him gently. Hey there, Finn. Guess what I'm doing today? I'm going to a day camp at Trap Pond. This is my first time going to a day camp. I'm going to learn how to make lures and my very own fishing pole and do some fishing. Finn looked up into his brother's face. And then when you get a little bigger, we can go fishing together. Doesn't that sound like fun? It does, doesn't it? Mommy and Daddy looked at each other and smiled. Aiden was loving being a big brother. Okay, let's get you off to camp, Daddy said. Less than 25 minutes later, Daddy was pulling into Trap Pond State Park. Trap Pond was created in the late 1700s to transport timber. And not long after the pond was put in, a small sawmill was built to cut the timber. By the 1800s, the sawmill changed from a sawmill to a grist mill to grind wheat and corn for the local farmers. Welcome to Trap Pond. My name is Miss Kelly, and I'm the leader of the counselors for the Fishing Frenzy Day Camp, a young woman said before the group of 10 children. We're going to go over to the day area today and you're going to learn about the different fishes in the area and how to make the perfect lure for fishing. How does that sound?" "Yay!" all of the children cried out. Miss Kelly led the way to the day area. There were picnic tables set up with supplies. There were pliers and hooks and fishing line and shiny discs and rubbery strings, everything you would need to make a fishing lure. This was going to be fun. "Okay," Miss Kelly said once the children were seated. "In front of you are the materials needed to make a jig lure. Now, the perfect jig lure looks like a string mop head when you're done, like this." She held up the lure. "Perfect to catch largemouth bass, bluegills, pickerel, and crappie." "Wow, that looks so cool," Eden said. "We're going to be able to catch lots of fish with that." Miss Kelly showed the children how to build their very own lure, and Aiden couldn't wait to show Mommy and Daddy. The second day of camp, Miss Kelly and 3 other counselors took the children to the pier so they could use their lures. Aiden caught the first fish, a crappie. "Oh, Aiden, that's a great catch. Good for you," Miss Kelly said, clapping Aiden on the back. Aiden couldn't wait to tell his mommy and daddy that he caught the first fish at day camp. On the third day of camp, Mr. Owens, another counselor, helped the children turn their life vests into fishing vests. He sewed on pockets with fish designs to hold their fishing lures and other fishing supplies. They also started on their huck fin fishing pole. "You'll be using your fishing pole for the tournament on Friday," Mr. Owens told the children. Aiden couldn't wait to tell his baby brother Finn about his fishing pole. And that Thursday, Miss Kelly took the children on a hike around the park, ending at the pier for a bit of practice fishing with their huck fin fishing pole. No one caught a fish, but it was still fun. "Now remember, tomorrow is the huck fin tournament," Miss Kelly told the children. "Make sure you get a good night's sleep and eat a nice hearty breakfast. Tomorrow is a very special day, and you'll be fishing from a pontoon boat, just like Huck Finn on his raft." Aiden couldn't wait. It would be the first time he was fishing from a boat. It was difficult falling asleep that night. "Aiden, breakfast is ready," Daddy called out. "Coming," he answered back. He grabbed his life vest with his lure stuffed in the pockets he had sewn on and his huck fin fishing pole and went into the kitchen. This time Mommy was sitting at the table with Finn. "Good morning, my baby brother." Aiden kissed his brother on the forehead. He rubbed his little face. "Oh, Finny, Finny, Fin, Fin! Soon you'll be fishing with me." "Oh, you seem excited," Mommy said, giving Aiden a hug. "Today's the tournament, right?" Yes, you're allowed to come, you know." "I know. Daddy is going to take you over to the camp and then come back and get me and Finn," Mommy told him. Finn can't wait to see his big brother in his first fishing tournament. "He can't?" "Sure, he's your big brother. Everything you do is important to him," Mommy answered. "Look how he looks at you." "He does like me," Aiden smiled. "I hope I make you proud, Finn." "Oh, no matter what, Finn will be proud of you. You're his big brother," Daddy told him, ruffling his hair. "Now sit down. I made you a nice breakfast to keep you strong today during the tournament." Daddy had made dippy eggs, buttery grits, sausage, and English muffins, all of Aiden's favorites. An hour later, they were driving to Trap Pond State Park for the Huck Finn tournament. "Mommy, Finn, and I will be back in a little while," Daddy said when he dropped Aiden off at the park. "We'll be back in time for the awards ceremony. Have a great time, son." "I will. Thanks, Daddy. See you in a little while," Aiden said, closing the door. "Okay, day campers, today is the day," Miss Kelly said. Today is the famous Huck Finn fishing tournament. Everyone, make sure you have your vest and fishing poles. This is Mr. Lavender. He will be your boat captain and tour guide on your fishing tour. Hello, fishermen, Mr. Lavender said, greeting the children. We're going on an adventure that may even rival the likes of Huck Finn. So climb on board and have a seat, and we'll be off. The children grabbed their gear and loaded into the boat, and off they went. Before the fishing tournament started, Mr. Lavender took him to a spot where the bald cypress trees grew in abundance in the pond. You know, the bald cypress tree grows naturally at Trap Pond. It is the northernmost location of bald cypress trees in all of the United States. Now look closely at the base of the trees, he said to the children. See all of those fish? The bass love being close to the cypress. They get the shade from the tree in the summer, and when the cypress branch hangs in the water, there are insects and bugs for a snack. How about we do some fishing here? Aiden prepared his Huck Finn fishing pole he had made in class, attaching the lure he had made himself, and lowered his line into the pond. And the rest of the children did the same. And then they waited. They watched their lines and listened to the warbles and the blue herons talking to each other. And they waited. And then Aiden's line twitched. He held his line steady. It twitched again, a little harder this time. Mr. Lavender, I think I have something on my line. It twitched again, harder this time. Mr. Lavender went to Aiden and watched his line, and now the line tugged. It looks like you do got something there, Mr. Lavender answered. Let's take it easy. Pull lightly. Let's get that fish. Aiden gradually pulled the line in, and lo and behold, he had a largemouth bass fighting him. But Aiden took his time, and with Mr. Lavender's help, he landed his fish. It was a nice-sized bass. Nice catch, Aiden, Mr. Lavender said, patting his back. Looks like you caught the first fish of the tournament. Soon all of the children were catching fish. Mr. Lavender was very busy helping the children. He took pictures for the children marking the event of their fishing trip. On the boat ride back to camp, Aiden sat with his face in the sun, thinking about his first day camp adventure, his first lure, his first handmade fishing pole, his first catch, and all of this 1 week after becoming a big brother. It was a lot of firsts for Aiden. He sure was one happy boy. The end. Wow. Imagine going fishing and catching a big mouth bass with your very own fishing pole. How exciting would that be? Think about all the things that you've done for the first time. Aren't they exciting? I hope you enjoyed tonight's story. This one was for you, Aiden, because I know you did just become a big brother. How exciting. And for the first time. I will see you next week. Thank you so much. Can't wait. Mwah.